Good morning, everybody. It is September 30th. I have left Dowdy Lake and I have arrived to Long Draw, which is even higher elevation than Dowdy Lake. I'm in the middle of no freaking where. Only accessible by a semi-rough dirt road. There's a squirrel. And the campground is completely empty. Campground does not have electricity or water. So I got me 2 cubes, 5 gallons each, that's 20 gallons. I got my power source, portable, and I mean the place is gorgeous. And it's cold, a lot colder than down at Dowdy Lake. But the trees break the wind a little bit, and it's around 55 degrees or 51 degrees right now, something like that. So it's nipply, and there are a lot of signs about bears everywhere. Supposed to stay here 7 days. I think I have enough supplies for 7 days. Actually, I'm gonna keep going to Grand View, which is just a couple of miles down the road, and it's right on the lake. So let me see how that is. Okay, set up camp over here, and my things over there, and that's my setup, and that's the bear box. I am in the middle of nowhere in the mountains and the Rockies. Trees here are a little bit different. They're more pointy instead of spreading out. There's another type of pine. As you can see, and I am in total isolation. I'm the only one in the campground. Of course, it's Monday. I'm sure by Friday people start coming in. There's no Wi-Fi. The campground has one water pump over there, which is working. I just tested a couple of bathrooms and nothing else. So here's where the solar power storage thing I got comes in handy. It is about 18 degrees cooler than it was at Dowdy Lake. It's going to be cold, colder. We're higher elevation. I can tell because I was still a little bit short of breath. I was getting used to Dowdy Lake, and here I'm like, I was day 2 at Dowdy Lake, still short of breath when I walk. And it's windy. It's a good thing in this campground, at least that's not does have trees that break the wind a little bit, but it's fairly windy. The other one I went to check out, which was Grand View. The view that wasn't that grand because the lake is down, way down, and all you see is mud down there, and that's when you can see the lake. It has another water pump like this one. You have to pump it, and it's total isolation. So this is a good meditation place. They took a number 2 down there in the bathroom. It's one of those vault toilets, a big toilet seat, and look down, and it's a big shithole. And here the threat of bears is significantly higher. There are signs all over: beware of bears, don't leave food out, what to do if a bear comes, and so on. So we'll see how it goes. I don't know how long I will last here. This is a little bit more remote than I expected it to be. There's nothing here. There's just me and my stuff. So anyway, let's see what happens. Good morning, everybody. Here in Camp Solitude, around, I don't know, 9,000, 10,000 feet of altitude, elevation. I slept good. One thing I found out, I have set up my power thing and it's getting some power. One thing I found out last night is that it will not last long with the electric heater that I had. It's just, I mean, it drained like 25% of the power in like 15 minutes. That's 1500 watts. So that's the problem. Everything is dusted up because the road is dirt road, and it's dusty. And this is my living arrangements, and I use these propane heater on low, which worked great. I'm not sure about the CO2 content in the cabin when I'm sleeping. I have cranked the windows, had breakfast. The thing over here with the threat of bears and being so empty, obviously animals start coming around. Every little sound you hear, it's a little bit concerning, to say the least. And it's like, well, let's hope for the best. Insofar, I have only seen squirrels and a few birds. I made a fire last night, last afternoon. Oh, boy, it was cold this morning. Jesus. When I woke up, I mean, the olive oil has congealed. It's olive lard now. I think we hit the upper 20s last night, but everything is okay inside the van with the heater on, the propane heater. I have a bunch of propane, as you can tell. I'm yet to go through the first can with the heater, so I have enough to last me for a little while. I have 17 cans. That should last me here, and then when I go down to Horseshoe, or Horseshoe, I think it's the next campground. I'm going to stay here about a week until Monday. Leaving Mondays because when you go to the new campground, chances are there will be spaces. As I found out, it's actually closer to Fort Collins from here. I mean, it's going to be slower because of dirt roads involved. Fort Collins is that way around 35 miles, which is not bad. I mean, there's a Walmart there. And I was thinking about taking a shower. There's a Colorado State University there. If they have a gym, maybe I can sneak in and take a shower in a couple of days. I have to go scope it out a couple of days. Today, I'm going to the head of the Colorado River, which is just a few miles down the road, actually. And it's about 5 miles down. So I'm gonna hump on the van and go down there and see what the hell, and spread some ashes from my father. But that'd be pretty cool because they go into the Colorado River and they get spread all over. Yeah, I'm excited about that, actually. Well, hello everybody. I'm here at the Poudre Pass, heading to the head of the Colorado River where everything starts. One thing to notice is, look at all these trees around. They're all turning brown. They have an infestation of a beetle that eats them up, and it's pretty catastrophic, as you can see. It's like in some places it's 9 out of 10 trees, in other places it's 3 out of 5, other places where I am is 1 out of 5. The only solution for this mess, cut and burn and replant, I suppose, but it's basically kill an enormous amount of this forest. It's a catastrophe of enormous proportions. Anyway, I'm gonna head down this path over here and see if I can find the origins of the Colorado River. Okay, I'm not quite at the birth of the Colorado River, but I'm getting close. And there's the Colorado River right there. It's the end of summer, it's starting to fall, so not a lot of snow melting to feed it. So it's interesting how little it is and how huge it becomes after all the affluents pour into it. All right, following the Colorado River, look at this prairie here. It's just absolutely beautiful. And those are federal park rangers are parked over there. They have about 9 horses. And look at the devastation of the beetle infestation. It is just bad. And this is the Colorado River, a little bit further upstream. It's nothing but a trickle at the beginning of fall before the snows get here. So we'll continue walking, see if we can get to what they call the head of the river. Okay, I'm there. This is where the Colorado River begins. As a river. That over there is the creek from the mountains that feed them. So here it goes, and down to wherever, Grand Canyon, all over. There's a big rock, and we can cross here or here to take a closer look. This is as pristine of the water as it gets, other than some deer poop and pee and other animals. And it's gotta be cold. That's the beginning of the Colorado River. And down it goes. Okay. Look at this, I'm better than Evel Knievel. I'm gonna jump the Colorado River in one step. Or 2 steps. How about that? The waters of this river coming from the mountain and from the rains of the autumn and the snow melts of the spring. Carry your ashes through its pores to wherever it goes. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Que las aguas de este río lleven a tus cenizas con las lluvias que alimentan a este gran río del otoño y las nieves que se derriten en la primavera. Cenizas a las cenizas, polvo al polvo. Enjoy the travel. Disfruta el viaje. Y those are his ashes. Y esas son sus cenizas.